Hello and welcome to your Super Bowl 101 guide. We're going to try and do this under 10 minutes starting now. My name's Andrew, and that is,
I'm Quentin.
seeing how we haven't done any introduction, only
Yeah.
6 videos in. In case you didn't realize, we look exactly the same. That's because we're brothers. In case you haven't read the description. Really quickly, teams in the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Favorite by far, at least in my opinion, not by far, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Kansas City.
So what do they do well? Quentin.
Well, it's the most entertaining football. It's bombs away. What they do is they like to throw the ball. They have three important players on offense. One is the quarterback, number 15. It's Patrick Mahomes. He is widely recognized as the best quarterback in football and potentially, arguably, already the greatest quarterback talent to ever play football. Secondly, we got Tyreek Hill, number 10 on offense. He's a little bit shorter, but he may be the fastest player in the NFL. I would probably make the argument he is the fastest player in the NFL, at least when he's on the field. Look for them to try and get him the ball in multitudes of ways, whether that's him going across the line of scrimmage horizontally and kind of what we would call a sweep, or they would look to get him the ball vertically where he's just running straight. Since he's so fast, most of the time in the NFL, you don't see players that are able to just separate running straight, but he's that fast where he might be able to just take that, what we call the top off the defense, where we have the two deepest players in the defense as far back as possible to try and stop those long throws. But Tyreek Hill is so quick, he could sometimes just run right by him. And then third, we have Travis Kelce, number 87. He's what we would call the tight end. He is a little bit larger, and he's really good at kind of just finding areas to get open. In football, there's a lot of plays and routes that force a player into a certain area of the field. When you think of Tyreek Hill, think of playing football in the backyard with your friends, or what you'd see some kids playing in the schoolyard. When the quarterback Patrick Mahomes gets in trouble, when he's under pressure, he just looks for Kelce, and Kelce's really good at just making stuff up kind of on the fly. Even if he has a certain route, sometimes he just finds space. So that's really what it comes down to with the Kansas City Chiefs. They're known for their offense. They're known for throwing it. Every now and then they'll run the ball, but for the most part, it's bombs away.
All right. And I'll kick off with the Buccaneers. There's only 2 words you need to know about the Buccaneers, and they're probably, if you haven't watched any type of football, you do know these 2 words: Tom Brady. He's in his 10th Super Bowl. Somehow, some way, 10 out of 45, Tom Brady's been in it. He has 6 wins. He's going for his 7th. This is the underdog team, even though it feels like potentially the favorite. If you only know things about football, as far as the news is concerned, you're going to be well well-versed, I guess, within that. They also have the other, really known player, Rob Gronkowski, who will be shown on screen, potentially doing something that only Gronk would do, aka shotgunning a beer. Who knows? You never really know what you're going to go get with Gronk. And if there is a celebration and Tampa Bay does win, he's who you want to watch for sure. Also, this is the first home Super Bowl. No team has ever played in their home stadium in the Super Bowl. However, it's obviously the worst year. Will they have a home field advantage? Fairly unlikely. No. So the players you need to know, obviously, number 12, Tom Brady, greatest of all time. If you don't know anything, all you do really need to know is Tom Brady, because if the Buccaneers are going to win this game, it's going to be because of Tom Brady, 100%. So be aware. Also, their best receiver, Mike Evans, number 13, tall dude. He's going to have to be successful. They're going to throw the ball high to him. They're likely going to need him to score touchdowns around the red zone, which is within 20 yards of the end zone. He is a physical mismatch. Also, Chris Godwin, he's a very similar receiver. He's kind of that secondary dude. He's going to be down the field, hopefully within that mid-range. Also, so Gronkowski, and if this was our 201 course, might mention a little bit of defense, which would be linebacker Devin White, who's going to be trying to stop the run game. sideline to sideline and match up with Gronkowski down the field. And yeah, that's all I really have for the Buccaneers. So we're going to actually go straight down to 101, real 101, and break it down with what does the quarterback do, Quentin?
Quarterback is the guy who you're going to see throwing the ball.
Yeah.
It's placed very bluntly. Quarterback, he's one of the backs in the field. So if you think of the positions, you have the running back and you have the quarterback. You also have positions like the H-back and the tailback, but those don't really matter in this situation. What you need to know. So the quarterback is the one who throws the ball. Think of him, if you have to compare sports, think of like a point guard in basketball. Exactly what he does. He gets the ball, he distributes it. He kind of is also, if you want to make another analogy to a different area, he's kind of like the conductor in an orchestra. He's bringing people in, taking people out. He's making sure that they're set up in their formations, and he's setting the cadence for them to get the ball moving. That's essentially what the quarterback does. Now, there's different styles of quarterback play, and you'll see it emphasized in this game. Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more modern, of course. He's going to look to take some, throw the ball a little bit deeper. He's probably willing to take a little bit more risk than you would see with Tom Brady. He's also not as afraid to get hit because he's a little bit younger. On the other side, you got Tom Brady, who for most of his career has been a little bit more conservative as a quarterback. Now, that definitely changes with the Buccaneers coaching staff. They look to throw the ball downfield more often than Tom Brady has in his entire career. That said, Tom Brady is going to be more conservative with the football. He's going to try and look a little bit shorter. And when he throws deep, it's probably a little bit more designed. You'll see an element of like a play action. Now, what a play action is when you try to, or when you show that you're trying to run the ball, but you actually fake that run action and you go and try to throw the ball deep. What that does, it just gives a little bit better timing with the quarterback and the receivers. It sucks the defense up a little bit, and then they're in retreat mode trying to get back to the long throws. And that's usually how they try to attack deep on the Buccaneers offense. And then on Kansas City, they don't really do it that traditionally. They know sometimes they just say, like, we have the guy, we're just going to throw deep, and good luck trying to stop it.
All right, so that will conclude 101.